In this video, we'll take a quick tour of the clocking section in the TimeIPS administrative interface. On the left side, under Administration, we'll open Clocking by clicking the green plus icon. The first option is Group Clock. Group clocking provides a quick way to clock multiple employees in or out. In addition, groups of employees can change department, work order, or job. Managers can use this, for example, when a group of employees should be clocked in at the same time because they all start work at the same time. Badge time entry is similar to group clocking, but easily matches hours to shift start times, and multiple days can be entered at once. This is ideal for employees that work on shifts but do not clock in or out themselves. Multiple employees can be selected, multiple shifts can be worked, department, work order, job, location, and custom data can be selected, and notes can be entered. Additional days can be added, as can additional sets of employees. Next is offline events. Normally, when an employee clocks in or out at a walk-up clock, the punches are transmitted to the server in real time. If the network is down for some reason, the walk-up clock will store the punches in an offline mode. Usually, these are automatically processed as soon as the network reconnects, but in some cases, manual review is needed. If there are any pending offline events, they will be viewable here. Along with options to discard, modify, or create additional events. Tracking fields allow employees to provide additional information when they clock in, clock out, or change jobs. Examples include supplies consumed and transportation method. From the Tracking Fields page, these fields can be created, modified, and configured for data tracking. ID badge functions are used to make clocking, job tracking, and notes easier in TimeIPS. Badge maps allow entering one thing at the TimeIPS clock and having it be automatically translated into something else. For example, an employee may have an alternate badge that's used at some clocks. An ID badge field can translate this into the employee's normal badge number. Or a job code may be long or hard to remember, so an easy-to-remember code can map to the long code. On this page, ID badge functions can be created, modified, and deleted. The biometric validation page is used for installations with biometric-enabled network clocks. The biometrics behavior can be configured for enrollment, progressive enrollment, and verification. Clock configuration allows setting all parameters for network clocks. Network clocks allow employees to walk up to a terminal and clock in, clock out, change jobs, and check status. Clocks can be named, monitored, and various options for employee interaction can be set. The department can be configured, along with the type of input that employees must enter. The thresholds when clocks are flagged as errors, how to handle clocking if your network is down or inaccessible, the type of security and validation to use, including biometrics, time synchronization, time zone, and more. Remote clocking allows employees to clock in, out, and check status using a web browser on any computer or web-enabled device, such as a smartphone. From the Remote Clocking Administration page, permission to clock in this way is set per employee. The clock setup icon allows configuring the way the remote clocking page works and looks, including the ability to display your own logo. Whitelists can be created to restrict access to the remote clocking page through various factors. Primarily, whitelists are used to restrict access to only clock attempts coming from particular IP addresses, but they can also be further configured on several additional factors in the programmable expression box, including a wide range of employee information, time of day, etc. Telephone clocking manages all the TimeIPS telephone clock units connected to the system. Employee PIN number requirements, voice prints, caller ID restrictions, additional information capture, and the default language can be set. Relay controls can be configured with both timers, schedules, and triggers. TimeIPS relays connect to network clocks and allow control of up to 3 electronic devices, such as door locks, buzzers, and lights. Timers' schedules are used to activate these at set times. For example, when shifts start or stop, or when breaks start or stop. Triggers can be set to happen when employees clock in, clock out, or change jobs. These are normally used to open doors or trigger chimes to indicate an employee has arrived or departed. The start and end time allows using triggers to indicate an early or late arrival. Last, import time allows time events to be imported from a spreadsheet. This is helpful when importing historical work time, adding time that has been gathered by a different system, or a large amount of work time that's been manually recorded.